The third practice I want to talk to you about is something I call regular group. All the Christian leaders I studied had a community that they belonged to that was characterized by radical transparency, honesty, and a sense of safety. These were the places where they were most honest in their life, in their world. It didn't mean that they weren't honest in other places, but they provided them a place of transparency and a capacity to tell the truth about themselves, their relationship with God, and their experience of their life and ministry. One woman described it this way, that for a group of Christian women all in ministry, it was surprising how many curse words get said. Now, the point wasn't that they gave each other license for unholiness, but they gave each other freedom to be honest and truthful about themselves, their relationships, and with Jesus. It was also a place they invited each other into holiness, to greater trust and greater obedience in Christ. But they knew they needed a place where they could be honest about what was happening. We all hit places where we don't like our children or struggling in our marriage or wonder what's God doing in our ministry or in our health or the situations in our life. We need places where we can be honest and be listened to and invited into another step of faithfulness, another step of love, and to keep going. The regular group was a place where people found that capacity, a place to be honest and journey with other people. This was the place that people found that the community of others was really critical. Remember, no one's ever been invited to follow Jesus alone, and this is one of the reasons. We need people who can listen to us and let us be honest, but we also need people who can encourage us to continue in faithfulness and obedience and trust and in hope. Our hope gives up on our own. Our trust gives up on our own. And we need others to kind of hold us up, lift us up, and remind us of who God is and who we are and our callings along the way. These regular groups did this for these leaders. It gave them hope and encouragement, and it allowed people to come alongside them in the midst of the difficulties and the challenges and even the joys of ministry. They mourned together, they celebrated together, they supported and sustained one another in the long journey of faith and mission. These groups met in a variety of different ways. Some were weekly, some were monthly, some were people who were all over the country or all over the world and would gather together purposefully to share their lives on an annual or biannual basis. They used technology to communicate with one another and be honest. They journeyed together in daily openness and transparency, and they supported one another in every day's task of loving Jesus and being obedient to the calling that they had.